I'm hitting record. I can't believe what I just heard.
Hello, fellow gunters.
Hello, fellow gunters? That's what it's called? You call yourselves gunters? That is not what I was expecting. All right. Well, this is I played Gunlance, Monster Hunter Wilds Gamescom hands-on gameplay. This is the Gunlance. I'm gonna do this. That caught me so off guard while I was previewing the video. We're just gonna go right into this one.
Hello, fellow gunters.
Hello, fellow
Before
gunters.
starting, this clip is basically the too long didn't read of how Gunlance feels in Wilds. A barrage of explosives.
Oh, sorry. Let me hold one quick second. I'll turn it up a bit. There we go.
Hello, fellow gunters. Before starting, this
Hi,
clip
Siri.
is basically the too long didn't read of how Gunlance feels in Wilds. A barrage of explosive attacks. Thanks to Capcom, I got my chance at playing Gunlance at the Gamescom. This footage belongs to the Quest 2 available for the public at the show. It is no different in any other manner.
Dubs are always worse.
Before Wilds, you felt like every tool of the weapon wasn't really connected. Here is no longer the case, and you can see how you basically can combo front any move. Shell to sweep to a sweeping burst to a fast stake to a new reload to once again burst stake and finally a Wyvern fire. This feels so good.
Oh.
Boom.
Chat, this might be like a goated video format, to be honest. Because it's perfectly synced up with the gameplay.
Finally a Wyvern fire. This feels so good.
Wow.
Boom. Headshot.
Boom. Headshot.
The objective of this video is to try to answer all the Gunlance-oriented doubts I have received from places like Twitter or the Gunlance subreddit.
Okay.
Of all the questions, the more frequent I got is, do shelling scales with your attack instead of being a fixed value like always? And the answer is surprisingly very, very likely. Yeah. Let me repeat the clip you just saw right now.
Okay.
You can see how regular shells do 13 damage and the full burst shells do 15. Also doing a Wyvern fire to Dosha when the fight starts deals 64 damage excluding the first hit that does double damage when waking up a monster. Further into the fight we can see both the regular shell and full burst ticks do 1 extra damage. This is not out of place because Gunlance deals a bit of fire damage and the elemental zones may change the regular damage by a bit. In this
hits butt, boom, headshot, exactly. Gunlance has a subreddit. It has its own subreddit. That's funny. Dude.
Build of the game we don't have access to.
Gunlance is its own little community, huh?
Zones may change the regular damage by a bit. In this build of the game we don't have access to many ways to change our attack values. But there are ways. Enters the hunting horn.
Oh, here we go.
Hunter Wilds, one of the most.
Here we go. The speculation from Super Rad's video was right. Here we go with the buffing. Buffed Gunlance, huh?
Most important changes is that you can carry with yourself 2 weapons at once. And the sax in the demo has a attack up small song.
Okay.
Thanks to this I can use the song twice, the regular one and the encore, and buff my attack. Note that in the superior corner you can see a red sword icon indicating the buff is active. And now with the buff active we can see how our full
I don't know what was meant by superior corner.
And now with the red sword icon indicating the buff is
I
active.
guess maybe up here?
And now with the buff active we can see how our full burst ticks do 19 damage.
That was way faster? Oh, the buff, the buffing song?
Ways.
Let's look again.
Enters the hunting horn. In Monster Hunter Wilds one of the most important changes is that you can carry with yourself 2 weapons at once. And the
that is faster. That's faster than what I saw in the training area in World.
Attack up small song. Thanks to this I can use the song twice, the regular one and the encore, and buff my attack. Note that in the superior corner you can see a red sword icon indicating the buff is active.
Wow.
And now with the buff active we can see how our full burst ticks do 19 damage. That's 18% stronger, that's 16, and this damage is consistent for all the 4 bursts we do in the clip. Wyvern fire also is stronger, doing from 78 to 80 damage. A 21% stronger. So yeah, I can confidently say that right now Hunting Horn can buff shells. Since this is a pre-release build, be wary that stuff can change before the game launches.
Boom.
If in the future there is
Boom.
an
Oh my
online demo,
God.
I would be able to confirm, since I will be able to do less makeshift testing. As a second validation, fighting another
Wait,
different
she dropped that so fast. I mean, I guess it's edited footage, but
if in the future there is an online demo, I would be able to confirm, since I will be able to do less makeshift testing. As a second validation, fighting another different Dashu, I got the luck of my Palico deciding I needed more attack. And once again, subtly my shells started to do more damage again.
hey, the Boulder, welcome to chat.
A little less than using the hunting horn, but 18 is still more than what you can get fighting Dosha. The third piece of evidence is that the available Gunlance no longer have shell levels but has a power stat described as normal. How do you guys feels about this? Moving on, I have some questions about shelling and charged shells. The first one is,
Seriously, that's such a huge buff to Gunlance. Yeah, I'm still mulling over, like, it seems more and more like the hunting horn is going to be the second weapon of choice.
how bad it
What's this? This video is about the Gunlance. It's from a Japanese channel. I think they're using. I mean, they're obviously using like text to speech, but they are kind of going over how to just wreck everything with the Gunlance.
Moving on, I have some questions about shelling and charged shells. The first one is, how bad is sharpness for Gunlance? Well, I have good news. If you look at the moment, I see 4 shells with charged shells and zoom it. I can see there is no sharpness spent at all.
Whoa.
This means that either shelling no longer spends sharpness or is a very much insignificant amount. Awesome. Another doubt I got is if you can partially
Did it use sharpness before?
fire some shells and not all of them, and the answer is yes. Finally, and to give some bad news for once, I have to say I doubt very much you are guarding with charged shells. I tried several times to guard stuff against Dashu and all of them failed. Maybe there is a guard point at the start, but 100% sure you can't defend just holding your shell button.
In Japanese, Gunlancers are called gunters. Just FYI. Oh, okay. Maybe there was a translation error at the start, or was that intentional to say gunters? Because at the start of the video they said hello gunters. It like threw me off guard. Yeah, shelling used to destroy sharpness.
The only positive thing is that I confirm you can evade out from shelling. Then I have got a question about how far can Wyvern fire hit. I did a lot of Wyvern fires and it is a bit inconsistent. At the distance here it whiffs totally, so it is not very long. I guess I will need a training dummy to truly confirm. On the topic of Wyvern fire, I want to talk how do you recharge it. Winning a class will give you a big chunk. I always got one Wyvern fire ready after it. That is Winning a class will give you a big chunk. I always got one Wyvern fire ready after it. That is great for the following up punish. Then the second best way to recharge it is with charged shells. With 2 charged shells salvos is enough for 1 stock. This is seriously the most useful thing about charged shells in the demo. I also confirm melee attack charge Wyvern fire. Here the slam gains enough to finish filling one of the slots. Still.
So you usually had to charge Wyvern fire with like combos or something? This is for my fellow gunters.
Bursts and charged shells are the best. Another Quirus thing about Wyvern fire is the alternative faster version. The 2 ways I have found to do the fast version are after a Wormstake and after another Wyvern fire. I'm 100% sure the regular Wyvern fire has no immunity for most its duration.
The translation is not good. It's all right. It's workable. I kind of feel like I'm at work right now. I've worked a lot of jobs with people that talk like this.
But I never have been interrupted from the
over like Teams chat or something.
Crouching fast version. Next, behold the new mount finisher. Drill on.
All right, let's look at this. Oh my! What? What is he? Oh, it's a drill. He digs it in, he ejects, and it explodes
About the attacks
for
you
like
can
a
do
lot of
from
damage.
secret,
That's cool.
You can use
I
it
think
slow
I
and
think
bad upswing while ridding.
I think I saw that already. I haven't seen it as a mounting attack, I guess. That's what's new. That's fucking cool.
About the attacks you can do from secret, you can use in slow and bad upswing while ridding. Then for dismounting you can go into any of the aerial attacks, these including the air slam that like in Monster Hunter World recharges all your shells. Also, after landing you can full burst and or use a sweep. Remember then in Monster Hunter Rise the air slam didn't reload any ammo. Talking about reloading, it is gone the misfire animation if you try to shell without any ammo. Instead you will perform a quick reload. A nice thing of this is that allows you to quick reload outside of combos.
I feel like I'm watching like a breakdown for like a completely different game than the one I'm playing, or than the one that I would be playing.
The Gunlance focus strike is called Drake Auger. This is some of the testing I did with it. Basically you can use it as long the monster has at least one open wound. The move is safe in that you can always guard from it. Also you don't have to do the full charge.
It's very detailed though, very helpful for Gunlance. No, yeah, I could definitely see that. No, it's just but between it being Gunlance and like very advanced, I could see this being it seems like its own separate game from the Hammer, but it seems awesome at the same time.
The Gunlance focus strike is called Drake Auger. This is some of the testing I did with it. Basically you can use it as long the monster has at least one open wound. The move is safe in that you can always guard from it. Also you don't have to do the full charge. At any moment you can press the button again, R2 in my configuration, and place it in the moment. Placing it early will make the drill to keep drilling. This is why it was different in the Focus Strikes video and in the Gunlance trailer 1. I have barely talked about the new move Wormstake Full Blast. The move is done by pressing the shell and melee buttons at once after any of the sweep attacks. You can perform it even if you have not shells, stake or neither of both. After the stake you can press again the shell or melee and will then do the special quick reload and do it again. This second part is called Multi-Wormstake Full Blast. I'm not sure if there is either guard points or super armor using it, but sure has been moments where I swear I should have been hit but got no reaction. But if they hit you while you are doing some of the moves, you indeed will feel it.
Okay.
About Gunlance mobility there are some pros and cons. The biggest con is, sorry guys, no blast dash. We are back to the little steps. Or maybe not. One of the biggest new tools of the Gunlance are that you can hold any direction and shell. You move in that direction and this is a great tool for positioning or evading damage. After a shell you can also attack in any direction and will perform a new moving sweep. You can follow up this sweep with either a fast stake or the Wormstake Full...
Sorry, I'm kind of locked in. I'm kind of locked in and learning. Jeff is learning. He locked in. I can learn this way.
Sweep. You can follow up this sweep with either a fast stake or the Wormstake Full Blast move. Because this move, you can't no longer do shell stake, but shell sweep stake is much faster and safer. I confirm I haven't been able to use any kind of slow stake in Wilds. The final point I'm going to talk today is about Perfect Guard. Perfect Guard is basically an alias for a parry. It totally works like parries in games like Sekiro, where if an enemy impact just when you have hit the guard button, you will do the parry. When you trigger the Perfect Guard you can shell, slam or do a Wyvern Fire. I failed to try to do Wyvern Fire and find out if it's the fast or regular version. The very best change about the guard in Wilds is that is not like in World and Rise in that you had to recover from your attack to guard, but now you can combo into guard. This is wild because makes Gunlance infinitely more safe to use, and the follows up also allows for better offense. If you perfect guard some attacks you also will go into the class we talked before. The most fun thing is that you can even guard into guard and get a perfect...
My toxic trait is thinking that I could like act on any of this useful information 20 hours into the game.
Parry. I mean if you are holding the guard but see an attack incoming you can tap the guard and be able to parry it. And guys, all this is all I can talk for today. I will follow up this video with a more high level one and more longer sequences. Thanks you are for watching.
Wow.
See you hunting in the wilds.
Well, I'm sold. I think I know how to play Gunlance now. Guard into guard is wild. I can hunt monsters in real life like this? Exactly. No, that's a good video. You know what? This is a good... I'm going to subscribe. Do they have others? Cow Slayer. Shell types are back. All 14 weapon types. Oh, okay. I think it's just analysis. It's good though. Oh yeah, they've been around for a while. What about Hammer? What about Monster Hunter Hammer? Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know, at any rate, very cool. Very cool. I think it's it grew on me. I was kind of joking about the style, but then I like locked in by accident. That one, this channel might be reactor proof, by the way, because it's so fast that like I can't pause or talk around it or whatever. So this might be, this might be my natural enemy, or you know, this channel might have a protective chitin shell around it that us reactor parasites are not able to properly penetrate. But good video regardless. Interesting channel. I think chat actually learned a lot, so.